The greatest boxer alive, a man with hands fast enough to go 50-0, once swung on 50 Cent. Not in a ring, not for a title, over a bag of cash sitting on a table. And what started as one punch between two friends eventually turned into one of the pettiest, most entertaining beefs in hip-hop and sports history. A beef that's still going strong in 2026. But most people have never heard the real story of how it all began. Before any of this went sideways, Floyd and 50 were genuinely tight. We're talking inseparable. 50 was ringside at Floyd's biggest fights. He bet $1 million on him against Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd showed up on 50's XXL covers. They partied together, talked business together, and had real love for each other. But 50 once said he considered Floyd a brother, that they connected because they both came from nothing and built empires off pure aggression and talent. That bond hit its peak around 2008 when Floyd was booked for WrestleMania 24. He had a match against Big Show, and the plan was for 50 Cent to walk him to the ring. The whole thing was Floyd's idea. He told everyone 50 was coming. The crowd was hyped. It was supposed to be a celebration of their friendship. Instead, it became the night everything cracked. Here's what went down. Floyd got paid $1 million cash for the WrestleMania appearance. And 50, who showed up, walked him out, played his role, wanted to get paid too. Fair enough. The problem was, Floyd kept telling him he'd sort out the money later. But the bag, $1 million in cash, was sitting right there. Physically in front of both of them. 50 wasn't trying to wait. He reached for the bag, and that's when Floyd hit him. According to 50 himself, Floyd caught him behind the ear, quick, almost like a reflex. 50 later admitted Floyd was just too fast. He said he grabbed Floyd first, snatched him up, and Floyd responded with a shot before either of them even processed what was happening. Now here's where the story gets debated. Vlad TV recently brought this up again, and Papoose pushed back hard on the idea that it was just a playful jab. According to him, the hit was real. Floyd swung with force because 50 physically reached for money Floyd considered his. Either way, both sides agree on one thing. They were cool right after it happened. They laughed it off and moved on, but the deeper tension never actually went away. The punch was just the preview. The actual war started in 2012. Before Floyd went to jail for a domestic battery charge, he asked 50 to manage his boxing promotion company, the Money Team. 50 agreed, handled the business, signed fighters, set up the paperwork, did everything Floyd asked. When Floyd got out, 50 wanted to be repaid for his investment. He says the number was over $1 million. Floyd's side tells it differently. He says a guy named Tommy Summers approached 50 about getting into boxing under TMT while Floyd was locked up, and that 50 tried to push out Floyd's longtime advisor Al Heyman. Floyd felt like 50 was making moves behind his back. Whatever the truth is, by the end of 2012, the friendship was done. And what replaced it was chaos. On 50 challenged Floyd to read a single page of Harry Potter on camera for $750,000 to charity. Floyd never did it. Instead, he fired back by offering 50 $1 million if his own son would say, "I love you" to him on video. It went from petty to personal overnight. And here's the thing, they never stopped. When Floyd filed a $340 million lawsuit against Showtime earlier this year, claiming he'd been defrauded, 50 was on Instagram within hours mocking him. He posted something along the lines of, "They beat you out of $320 million because you can't read the contracts." Then when Floyd announced a boxing comeback, 50 called him broke and said nobody would watch. But the peak of 2026 trolling? 50 Cent starred in a Super Bowl commercial for DoorDash, where the very first item he pulled out of the bag was a children's alphabet book. No name mentioned, didn't need to be. Everyone knew exactly who that was aimed at. Over a decade later, and 50 is still getting paid, literally, to troll Floyd Mayweather on the biggest stage in television. One punch over a bag of money in 2008, a business deal gone wrong in 2012. And now, 18 years later, two men worth hundreds of millions are still taking shots at each other over pride. Not money, not titles, pride. And honestly, neither one of them is ever going to stop. That's what makes this beef legendary. Drop a comment. Whose side are you on? Subscribe if you're rocking with the channel.